Wow, today we'll share a story about villagers entering the real world, centered on a boy named Steve. He's a mining adventure enthusiast, but he's so persistent that quitting feels like a space mission. After many failures, Steve finally matures. The old miner, as frail as a retiring meteor, can't stop this persistent lad. Hamza, Steve found a glowing, mysterious block deep in the mine, like alien tech. He curiously squeezed it. Suddenly, a door to another world opens. Steve rushes in like a child, amazed by the breathtaking sights of a dreamy wonderland. The world consists of cubes. Living beings resemble flattened pizzas. Steve rebuilds his dreams, a dream come true. Excitedly, he built 3 unique houses from various blocks. But peace doesn't always reign, like a haunted house at night. When night comes, zombies flood the main world. Lonely Steve yearns for a companion, and fate seems to answer next morning. A blocky wolf appears, smiling. Steve easily tames the blocky wolf with a bone and gives it a super cool name, Dennis. With his new companion, Steve's life turns vibrant. He and Dennis craft numerous masterpieces, savoring unparalleled joy, as if life were a puzzle game. However, good things are as fleeting as a dream. One day, Steve stumbles upon a peculiar ruin and starts fixing it up like he strikes a flint. Instantly, a new portal pops up. Steve dives in without hesitation. It's an odd crossing. He's in a spooky new place, Jorlus, ruled by an evil witch. Escape staff. The witch learns about the gem-like, finding the key to take over the main world. Steve quickly hatches his counterattack plan. To thwart her evil scheme, Steve sends Dennis to steal back the gem. What a loyal partner. At a tense and crucial moment, Steve ingeniously employs his own body odor to skillfully guide Dennis into returning the precious gem to his home on Earth, and Dennis speeds out of the portal with full power. He follows the scent into Steve's home to hide the gem. But whoops. In a clumsy moment, the gem splits in two. Maybe that's just how the subtitles. The portal closes, and the story is just beginning. This Aquaman-like guy, Gary, was once a gaming king. Now has nothing so pitiful yet want to move. His game store is on the verge of closing down, so to save himself, Gary has to try his luck at the auction block. He hears that a classic arcade machine is up for auction, but what does he get? Just a bunch of junk and some random blocks. What a total rip-off. Gary is scammed and left penniless, which is heartbreaking. Henry and his sister move here and are mocked by peers and teachers before adapting. Henry, a creative teen, draws complex machines from everyday items and builds rockets with simple materials, yet no one sees his talent. Eventually, his homemade rocket goes haywire and crashes into his sister's company sign, leaving him utterly confused to talk about a nightmare. Henry is summoned to the principal's office, where this oh-so-wise principal fails to grasp his sincere apology and insists that his parents come. Like, seriously, does he think he's in a bad dream? To avoid angering his sister, Henry uses his last 26 books to have Gary pose as his uncle creative. At this moment, 2 odd blocks in the store catch Henry's eye, and out of curiosity, he decides to mix them together. Suddenly, a burst of energy erupts. As if calling him to some mysterious location, Henry feels like an adventure is brewing. Meanwhile, Tolly finds her brother missing, quickly asks Black Girl for help, and discovers by phone that Henry is at the abandoned mine. On the other hand, they follow the gem's directions into the mine, where a dazzling door waits, looking like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Just then, Tolly and Black Girl arrive, witnessing the gem and portal resonate, creating a strong pull. Henry, don't get sucked in. Everyone rushes forward to stop it, and the next second, oh boy, my shoulder. They narrowly get up and take in the stunning sights, snow-capped mountains and blocky creatures. It's like a scene from a movie. Where on earth is what? A nearby red-haired lizard gapes at the blocky little sheep, utterly shocked. Henry's body is changing. He's no longer just a regular guy. Could he be transforming into a true adventurer? Just then, everyone thinks he's an NPC assigned to give missions, but he ignores all suggestions and happily runs towards the red-haired sheep. Meanwhile, a villager hiding behind a tree seizes this opportunity to sneak through the portal. What a sneaky little... He lands straight in the real world, while Dennis just happens to arrive at the mine, and upon seeing someone coming out, he bolts inside. Villagers wander around, puzzled by cars. As they try to cross, they are hit by a speeding one. And who was the one driving the car? It was none other than Henry's principal. What an unexpected and huge surprise. The principal, surprised by this big-headed man, takes him to a restaurant where they both unbutton their hearts. Principal, just divorced and down, pours his heart out to the quiet man and is moved by his understanding. Could this be a crush? The principal suddenly recalls a folk tale. Big-nosed men are gifted. Blushing, he eagerly invites him home. Meanwhile, the witch discovers someone has opened the portal and swiftly heads to the dungeon to set her scheme in motion. She pretends to have captured Dennis, threatening his life and forcing Steve to return the gem. What a low-down tactic. To protect his pal, Steve reluctantly agrees. Meanwhile, night falls in the main world, and everyone still cluelessly misses the lurking danger. Gazing at the dancing flames in the forest, Carrie thinks they're just fireflies at play. The next moment, a scream erupts, and he realizes it's an arrow storm. Dennis flees instantly as skeleton archers and spider knights emerge from shadows, attacking fiercely like game's hard mode. Harry initially hopes to jump out and show his bravery, but ends up tumbling into a deep pit, perfectly tragic. Others are chased by skeletons too, but these monsters lack intelligence. An arrow hits its own, reducing them to just a comical tragedy. In the chaos, Sammy crashes into a big tree, and to his surprise, the tree turns into little cubes. OMG, this is a major secret about the main world. Realizing this marvelous secret, Henry starts building a fortress with these cubes. He's turning into a top-notch architect.